Shalom, shalom. We are in the process of developing our understanding and expanding our understanding of what prayer is about. We've called it the ladder of prayer. Sometimes I even call it the mountain of prayer. The word Sinai is Samech Yud Nun Yud, it's 130. And the word Sulam is Samech Lamed Mem, is 130. So there's a very beautiful connection between the ladder of Jacob that he saw, angels going up and coming down, and the mountain of Sinai where Moshe went up, came down and brought something down. This is really the beauty behind the idea of prayer. It's connecting to our upper root until it becomes clear. And it takes time to do this, but I want you to know even now, it becomes clear that the little us that we know of ourselves here is only that. The great us, the thing that we come from, is the heavenly aspect. And what we do in prayer is we go through a paradigm shift. We go from being a body, a personality who welcomes in the soul as a beautiful visitor, as a friend, as a helper, to becoming our soul, to identifying with our soul, and looking down at our personality, the little us that we know, and helping, having compassion. How hard it is down here. And of course, even when we become our own parent to our own child, we know that Hashem is always our great parent. But He wants us to be our own parent, to grow up to a maturity level where we're able to really truly be compassionate on ourselves and of course on others. So it's really an interesting thing behind the prayer system, is going up to the top in order to connect. And there's beautiful meditations that actually grow out of our prayer system, because they actually were the source for what our prayers are. The concept of going up and connecting to our Shorish Neshama, to our soul root of yearning. Hashem, you are infinitely beyond anything we know. Please let us connect to you. Please let us begin to remember who we are, to connect to that greater soul of which we are a part, so we can come down into this world and carry that and bear that and manifest that in our lives. And it can happen, it actually can happen. Where we're holding right now in the prayers is we've spoken a little bit about the Amidah, the standing prayer. And we've even gone and refer to the fact that after the prayers we go up a little bit more, and we take out the Torah, and then we finish by bringing down that Torah into our lives. Let's go back to the first blessing of the Amidah, the first blessing of the standing prayer. There's so much here, and you have to take your time. And one of the secrets is breathe into it. Allow yourself to be there. Don't rush through it. It's not just a bunch of words. The number of words in the first paragraph of the Amidah is 42. It's 7 times 6. It just happens to be the same number of words in the first paragraph of the Shema. 42, 7 times 6. 42 is a very important number by us. It just means that we want to go up a higher level. Connect to that level. That's all we keep saying. It's very repetitive, isn't it? We want to connect to the higher level and really embody that. The first bracha starts with the words from the verse in Psalm 51, Adonai, Sefatai Teftach, Ufi Yagid, Teilatecha. Please, Hashem, you open our mouths. You open my mouth. At this point, by this point in the prayer, I've realized that there's a miracle in the way that my body and that my being actually functions and operates. And I'm now aware of the fact of the miracle of being able to express my thoughts and my yearnings, and to articulate them in words. I don't say that I understand the whole thing. You know how many operations go on between here and here? And of course, when we have a conversation with somebody, how many operations go on between my thinking and being able to articulate in words what I'm thinking, at least a part of what I'm thinking, and then somebody hearing me, you hearing me right now, and internalizing and thinking about what I'm saying. And as the words flow, they come from a seed thought within me, and they descend into many different syllables and words, and they go into your ear, and they come together in your brain. And the ideas that are behind my words, behind the sounds, begin to come together in you, and all of a sudden, you understand what I'm saying? Do you know that that's exactly what God does when He speaks the world into the universe into existence? He thinks the world, then, so to speak, speaks the world, which is a lower level. He can't manifest all of His thought into the world. The world has to be a lower dimensionality where it's only hidden the true thoughts of the Creator. And when we then see the creation that God spoke into existence, then we connect to the thoughts behind. And we connect to the one behind. And it's exactly like an author writing a book or a director making a movie. He has a seed thought and he develops it and he brings all the actors onto the stage and they all play these amazing parts. And if he's a really good director, they don't even understand what they're doing because they just see the parts. But the director has one essence idea in mind, and that every day he develops more the characters and the scenes and does what's necessary to develop the characters and the scenes. And then the final showing, the first showing of the film, everybody sits there in amazement. What an amazing film. And the director says, do you know what this film was about? And all of them try to guess, to intuit the one single thought. And they get it, they begin to get it. And then all of the props and all of the scenes and all of the actors, everything falls away. It's the one single thought in the mind of the director, and now we've gotten it. And so the same with God. Once we get it, we can make a difference. Again, this is what prayer is about. The first blessing, Baruch Atah. In Hashem's name, we come up. The verse in Psalm 145 says, Hashem zokef kifufim. Hashem straightens up all who are bent down. He lifts up all who are fallen. And so, when we say Hashem's name, we come up. Going down, bending down, bowing down means that we surrender. We surrender the three parts of ourselves. The physical, the emotional, and the mental. Do you really think you understand what God is? Isn't it time to admit that He's beyond anything that you understand? And isn't that really a special way to connect to God? Think about it. If I realize that I'm standing in the mystery, I come out of thinking that I know what life is all about. My judgments of what life is all about, of what my life is about, what your life is about, what the world is about. Do I really know? Isn't it really more honest to admit that we stand in the mystery? And then standing in the mystery doesn't mean I don't care and I don't want to know. Oh no, it's a different kind of knowing. When God says, V'yadata hayom, you shall know today, V'hashevota el levabecha, and you shall bring it to your heart, which means knowing in your mind and bringing it into your heart. Ki Adonai hu ha'Elohim, b'shamayim mima'a, ve'al ha'aretz mitachat. And there's three parallel terms here. That Hashem, the Infinite One, is the one who hides in the way He runs the universe and directs the scenes of this world in conformity with the great plan. And again, just like a director, it's very hidden from our eyes. But it's for us to perceive, to penetrate through the scenes in order to see the one behind. And He's the one in heaven, and He's the one below. and yet in O there's nothing but Him. So prayer, even though we haven't gone further here, is the acknowledgement that I don't understand. And when I stand up, it's because Hashem wants me to stand up and to be fully who I am, after I've surrendered, after I've known and realized that what do I know? So we'll go on in the next segment. This is about the first blessing of the Amidah, the essence ideas that you can think about and you can make part of your life. Thank you and bless you. Shalom.